Hello there. This is Darryl Stewart coming in. I help people. I'm just going to pull my camera up a little bit. I help people to have safe, stable, sane, and meaningful six-figure businesses without the burnout. And I just wanted to come in and talk and say hi. And I'm just trying out the new features on my phone about how to go live. And I just wanted to come over here on YouTube and just talk about the 6 reasons why some people don't get the love that they want, the life that they want, the lifestyle that they want, the the money that they want, anything that they want in their life. There's a general pattern around what is blocking almost everybody. And I just wanted you to know those things because when you know what's blocking you, then you have a choice to change them. And you have a choice to move through them, around them, and allow yourself to have the life that you want. So I just want to go over those while we have a moment. And yeah, if you have any questions, just put them below, and I'd love to hear from you. And if you know of anybody that needs this video, share it with them. Let them know that I've done this, and just let them know that this is something that it could be important for them to move forward and move through their mental blocks around their set, around what is possible and what's not possible. So I'm just going to switch hands because my one of my hands is getting tired. So the first thing that comes up with most people that, especially when they're working on changing a part of their life, is that they don't trust. So you might not trust yourself to get the transformation that you want in your life. So when you don't trust that you can get that transformation, whether it's losing the weight, making the money, having a great relationship, changing a part of your life, getting out of job jail, which a lot of my clients are getting out of job jail and going into their own businesses. If you don't trust the transformation, then you will not move forward confidently, and you won't allow yourself to to have those significant changes because you probably will self sabotage. Because we all like routine, we all like to have to feel safe and stable. And when you don't trust, then there's a feeling inside of you where you don't feel safe about changing. So the first one's about trust. The second one that comes up is about changing your life, losing weight, having more money, all of those things. Having a six-figure business that doesn't burn you out is allowing you yourself to um, see yourself in the identity of that person that is 30 pounds lighter or making six figures a year, which is $8,900 a month or above, or having the love that the love or the lifestyle or the person in your life that you've always wanted. And some of us have come from some pretty shitty backgrounds, like myself, and we don't identify ourselves in that that new image of what we're looking for. And if you don't, then you will self sabotage, and you will find ways to pull yourself back to an identity that you are comfortable with, whether it's a healthy one or not, or a positive one. You'll pull yourself back to that. Number three on my list is failure. We all have these worst case scenarios in our head around failure, and what if I fail? What if I fail in transforming my life? What if I fail if I change my life and it just blows up my face? What if I fail to not get the business that I wanted? What if I fail about not getting the love that I wanted in my life? So that idea of failure that is really comes up around, different situations in your background that so-called failed. It's really just feedback from things that have happened in your life. Some the failure piece is if you allow those whispers from your past to control how you see your future, the mindset chatter that we all have, then you won't allow yourself to move forward. So it's all about really looking at and getting coached on looking at those places that you feel like you failed. Because if you don't, if it, excuse me, if you don't pull those failures outside of your system, your subconscious, then you won't allow yourself to move forward. The number four on my list is not feeling worthy and not feeling worthy of the transformation that you're looking for, not feeling that you are enough, I'm not good enough, or you're not good enough to have that thing that you want in your life. You're not good enough to have the weight loss. You're not good enough or worthy to have that business that's making $300,000 a year. You're not good enough or worthy of having the relationships that you want. And when you have a worthiness issue that most of us do, and if you don't address where that's coming from, because where that's coming from usually is something that's happened in your past, some specific person or event that has not allowed you or made you feel that you're worthy in your life, then when that's not allowed to be brought out of you or released and let go, then you won't allow yourself to move forward and have the things that you want. Number five, if I remember, is success or succeed. And a lot of my clients that before they started working with me, they felt that I will succeed. There's a fear that they will succeed, but they will succeed in a way that is going to be negative for them. So, for example, a quick example is that somebody's trying to change their business around to have six figures, have $300,000 coming in per year, and they're worried about what their parents are going to think, what are their families going to think, and they'll start to self sabotage because they were moving away from the belief systems of their parents. And I have had clients that want to make more money so that they can be more at the same level as their spouse. And they feel deep down subconsciously that their making money is going to affect their spouse in a negative way, and it'll cause friction or cause some sort of fighting that they're gonna go through. So they'll self sabotage their movement forward because they're worried about changing the relationship with their family, with their friends, or with their spouse. And the last reason that a lot of people have about moving forward and a different mindset block that they have about getting the love that they want, or the life that they want, the lifestyle that they want, the relationship they want, the money that they want, is that they have a backup plan, or they have a backup or a leading post or a leading place or a leading person that they're leaning on to look after things. So they have somebody that is paying the bills, or they have an inheritance, or they're leaning on a government check, or they're leaning on something or some place or someone that looks after basic needs. And because they're being looked after and having their basic needs looked after, sometimes they will not move forward. You won't move forward and go through that pain and that struggle of having what you want, and you'll sit on your coattails or whatever that expression is, and you'll just put up with um, the routines or what is really going on, like what is going on in your life. And I see that a lot with a lot of clients that have come to me that they had a spouse that made great money and they want to make more money in their business, and they sometimes made excuses and played small, and they leaned on the spousal money. Other other people have leaned on inheritance. They say that they want to show up and help people and transport people's lives, but when it comes down to it, is that they already have money coming in, so they don't want to learn how to sell. They don't want to realize or work through why they don't feel like they're good enough to ask people to work with them. And it's not a judgment. It's just it's what they're dealing with. And these are all like the six different places, six different reasons why you might not be getting what you want, and the specific places where it'll show up over and over again until you do the inner work and work with a coach around why you're not trusting, why you're not allowing yourself to feel successful or to have success in your life, why you don't feel worthy, why you feel like a failure in some ways, why you're leaning on something or someone or somewhere for basic needs. um, and until you do that, until you decide and give yourself permission to do that, realistically, no one will be able to help you until you give yourself permission to look at all of those different places. Because I think almost every person that showed up, probably like 90% of the people that showed up that had these similar issues, um, if they weren't willing to give themselves permission to move forward, they went back to the same old, same old. So they didn't lose the weight that they wanted. They didn't have the six-figure businesses that they wanted, and they didn't stop leaning on something for the money that was coming in. And it's not about them. It's not about them, judging them for where they're at. It's that there is a lot of fear around change. There's a lot of fear around moving forward, and we have to give ourselves permission. You have to give yourself permission to say enough's enough. I need to work on this. I need to look at this and look at why I am still 30 pounds overweight, why I'm still not having the successful business I want, why am I still not having the love that I want, why am I still not having the freedom or the lifestyle that I want. And if you want it bad enough, you'll get off your arse and get this changed, and you'll work with a coach that will help you work through that and look at your mindset beliefs and look at your blocks so that you can have the best life possible. But you have to make that decision. You have to give yourself permission to move forward. And I had to do the same thing. All my clients had to do the same thing. I had to give myself permission because I had all of these things showing up in my life before I decided to work with a coach and invest in my future and get authentic and real, and let's put all this on the table so we can just move forward. So if this is resonating with you, I want you to share it with anybody that you think needs this. And if it's resonating with for you and you want to move forward and and just work on some elements of having what you want, leave me a message. Click the link below. I'd love to hear from you because this is really important stuff, and the time is now. I could have waited another 42 years before I got off my ass to change my life. And the only reason I got off my ass 7 years ago, 8 years ago, is that somebody tried to kill me at my old job and working as a social worker. And I just realized that we can have the life that we want when we decide to show up. So if you're deciding to show up and you want to look at all of these reasons why you don't have the life that you want, reach out to me. I'd love to help you because I've been doing this work for the last 7 years and I would love to help you. So this is Darryl Stewart at darrylstewart.ca.